Bigfoot, the Loch Ness Monster, Elon Musk. What do they all have in common? You ain't seen any one of them with your own damn eyes. Well, have ya? Probably not. Come to think of it, I bet you ain't even met someone who has met that highfalutin snake oil salesman. I'm pretty sure it's 'cause he and the Chupacabras all just make mups inside a robot pewter. Figmentos of your magnanimation, or what you technological folks out there like to call artificial intelligence. Now, I don't know much about pewters, but seeing how E-Bombs Musk ain't even a real dude, I reckon we can just forget about him entirely and go on living our day-to-day lives, 'cause what ain't even real can't hurt ya. And that's all I gotta say about that. Aight, Ted, I'ma go back to selling mole rats in Montana. Thank ya kindly. Bye now.
Brought to you by Grimace for President.
Hey Cheesebags, remember to subscribe, like, share and enjoy bonus content at Patreon/The Stoning Rolls. Enjoy the show.
Why are they cutting grass? Are they cutting my grass? It sounds like...
Hey everybody.
It worked.
Wow, there's definitely
God damn it.
today. It's just the Stoning Rolls with me, Lee, and Dave, and we've got an exciting show for you today because Lee has prepared an exciting, awesome, amazing game that you can all play. What's the game called, Lee?
We're going back in time to a little game called Because It's the Law.
Because It's the Law. It's very demure, very cutesy game that he's got for us. We're going to talk about Taylor Swift. We're going to talk about the debate. Dave's going to give us an update on this new iPhone situation. And we're just going to have a good whole time.
Good whole time?
Eating.
We're not going to have a good time the whole time. We're going to have a good whole time.
We can plan on it.
Yeah.
Can't
We could
guarantee it.
try.
Happy Friday the 13th.
Happy
it's
Friday the
Friday the
13th.
It's the beginning of spooky season.
It is.
God.
You started putting bats up on the wall.
Yeah, we should have gone camping for this episode.
We could have and we should have.
It's not
We
a full
didn't.
moon yet. Let's go when there's a full moon. Better
Yeah.
chance of seeing werewolves.
Yeah,
Or
but if it's
oh,
Friday the
yes.
13th, Jason,
Do they,
we could have lured Jason to be a guest on the podcast.
We could have. What would we lure him with?
Probably
Jason.
like a Twinkie or like
Yeah.
how often
He
does
likes
he
Twinkies.
get offered a Twinkie?
Not very often. He's been, dead. Is he a real goaltender? Did he ever tend goal?
No, silly. He got his mask from Shelley in part 3 when Shelley was playing practical jokes on everybody, brought the scary mask, was gonna play
hockey
practical joke. Yeah, the hockey mask. That's where Jason gets it. He gets it from Shelley, who's like, wouldn't you play jokes if you looked like me? He was that character. I looked up to him as a child.
Quick follow-up. Why doesn't he use a hockey stick? Does he use a hockey stick?
Because
He should
Shelley
use a
didn't
hockey-
bring a hockey stick.
why'd she bring a hockey mask?
Shelley is a he.
He'd bring a mask.
Because he's a practical jokester. He brought
Shows
several
I have not
masks.
seen any of movie in my
In
life.
part 2, Jason has a sack over his head. And in part 1, Jason's not in it till the last scene.
Oh. Yeah, that's right. I remember that. He
Maybe
comes
I
out of
need
the
to
boat.
watch them all today.
Comes up onto the boat. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to watch all of those. They all
They're
came
great.
out every single year of the 80s. Friday the 13th movie came out.
Isn't that nuts?
It's nuts. How do you do that? Discipline.
It's fun. It's something
Money.
to look forward to.
Money.
Lack
Money.
of money, but the intake of lots of money. Because those movies are very cheap.
Yeah. they
Although
are.
once
sure.
you get into what is it? Is it part 7 where the girl has telekinetic powers?
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the first Kane Hodder ones where he's playing Jason. So Jason's like a real unstoppable undead killer. But she's
Yeah.
got telekinetic powers and they have an awesome fight at the end.
Oh, yeah.
Where she tightens his mask so much that it breaks on his face and he's got the zombie face and there's maggots and
yeah.
stuff.
I remember that. Keep going. I want to watch the rest of this.
I want to watch.
And then they break the record
Some
at the
popcorn.
end for the fire stunt that Kane Hodder did after he had healed from a horrible fire accident he had on set. In order to face the fears, he decided to break the world record for the fire stunt. I believe that's how the story goes. So there's a bit where Jason catches fire at the end, and it's just this long take of Jason on fire. Oh, it's so cool.
Can you maybe just describe to me, watch the movies and just describe what you're seeing to me?
I don't
Yeah.
need to watch them. Fade in.
Okay.
Cam Crystal Lake.
Describe them. Create theater of the mind.
We're starting with
Meditate
the
on that.
first one, so it's going to be kind of
Surprise,
boring until
everybody.
Kevin Bacon comes in.
Today's episode is 9 hours long. No, how long is it?
Way longer.
Perfect. No need for take 2. See?
It
Yeah.
is. It's gonna be it. I mean, that's how I like to watch movies. 2 movies later, he went to space though. Jason in
2
space.
movies later.
Yeah,
Jason
wasn't
X. Yeah, Jason
What?
10.
Jason X.
When
Jason
was he fighting
X.
Freddy?
Huh?
Yeah.
Didn't he fight Freddy?
That was after Jason X.
After Jason.
Yeah, I went and saw that was in the theater though when he fought Freddy. That was
Yeah.
funny because like Jason had to fall asleep to fight Freddy, and how you get Jason to fall asleep. That's a whole thing.
It's a whole
And their
thing.
names
It's
are
a whole
so innocent.
process. Jason and Freddy.
It's Jason and Freddy. They're terrifying. Look out.
Is it like a sitcom? Like the two of them have to live together or something?
Yeah. Well, Freddy was named after Wes Craven's like schoolboy bully. School. Yeah.
Schoolyard bully.
He was like, he was like a little kid. And then he's like, I'm
Wow.
going to pay back Freddy Krueger. Was the name of his bully. So he named
We're learning a lot for it not even being October and none of us realizing it.
You don't understand, Dave. You should by now. It's been 15 years. That if you talk about horror movies, my interests are peaked,
Yeah,
and I can't control myself.
it is good. It's a good
I
topic
sweat.
Peaks?
to go
I
to.
sweat with the knowledge.
You know, you sweat with the knowledge of.
Gotta spread the virus.
I have to spread my knowledge to you, Dave.
They're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating. They're
That'd be a
eating
good
the
horror movie.
pets of the people that
terrifying.
live there.
The name
and
of
this
the
is
horror
what's
movie is
happening in
They're
our
Eating
country.
Dogs.
They're eating.
They're eating.
They're eating the dogs. It's like
That's
it
the name
comes
of the
at
movie,
night.
yeah.
They're eating the
Yeah,
dogs.
they're eating the dogs, and then the tagline is they're eating the cats.
But okay, so let's we're in it. Let's do it. Let's talk about this
look.
debate.
I definitely think this was, honestly, in my opinion, it is the most effective debate, impressive debate I have ever seen on
Yeah.
that level in my entire life. And I say that because I've seen a lot growing up, like every single presidential election, and there's a moment, maybe 2 moments. This debate had like 12 moments that
Mm-hmm.
were just mind blowing. And I've never seen that before.
It was kind of like watching the Super Bowl. There, like every time she got him, it was like a touchdown. Like everyone,
Yes.
like I would just be like, yeah.
Yeah.
It was incredible. She started out a little shaky, and everybody was like, "We're with you. We're with you right now. We know the pressure's on." But then when came to the question about women's health care, it was just like she's a real passionate person that is like, dude, you are like literally the decisions you've made have killed people. This is not cool. And
Yeah.
he just looked
And
like
you're
a
a joke.
completely heartless. Yeah, he's a joke. He's laughable. He's pitiable. He's pitiful, dude. And she showed America he's like this little boy standing there, like staring at the ground because he's a terrible, like guilty, narcissistic psychopath.
Well, just so many things were just so childlike. Like,
oh my god,
just ridiculous about. I mean,
she played him like a fiddle or a much easier instrument to play, like a kazoo. She played him like a kazoo. Like all she had to do was mention like, you're a joke. Your crowd sizes are small.
Incredible.
No one takes you seriously. Like he couldn't stay on topic. He's had to.
But he won
What's
the
up, little
debate.
cherub Sandra and Glow Wormhole? It was insane. It was incredible to watch because I was like, okay, here it is. Here's the bait. She just said, now if you go to his rallies, and I was like, oh, here it is. Here she's gonna throw the bait out, and he's not gonna be able to let go of it because he has a personality disorder that she was literally demonstrating is a vulnerability to this country. She's like, look, this guy is so easy to manipulate. Why would you want that guy to be under the influence
of
of
followers? That's the problem.
That's the thing, yeah. And now Trump is saying, because Kamala is like, we need to have the third debate that was discussed. There were 3 debates discussed, and Trump's like, we don't need the debate. I won, and since she wants another debate, that's proof that I won, because she wants a chance to beat me. And oh my,
Interesting. That's.
But like, what's crazy is people watched that. There's like a lot of people who watched that debate, and they were like, he won.
He called for Disney's FCC license to be revoked.
You know what? I'm with him on that one.
You don't go to the spin room directly from the stage to try.
I don't think he meant to go in there. I think
he probably
just wandered.
Bathroom. He looked awfully confused.
He just wandered.
I do think, though, that since he's declining to debate, I think the route that the Kamala Harris campaign should take is, listen, we now are thinking that it wouldn't be a good idea to do a third debate because of the cognitive decline this old man is. It kind of
psychology.
Feels, it almost feels bad, like elder abuse, if we did another one. He's just too old. He can't take it. He will be in 5 minutes. He'll be like, "Where and when? Let's go to the parking lot. My parking lot. It's the best parking lot. Four Seasons parking lot. No one's ever seen a parking lot like this.
Insane
crowds bigger than anyone's ever seen.
Yeah,
they're eating the dogs. The people that came in. They're eating the cats.
They're waiting for you to take a drink on that one.
I swear to, the racism though, they're eating.
It's terrible.
It's terrible. It's funny because my father was from the island of Hispaniola. My biological father, which shares a country. The countries of Haiti and Dominican Republic share that island. No mention of dog eating or cat eating ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Plantains, yes. Delicious. Incredible.
Yeah, I like a good plantain.
But not
plantains
cats
are
or
good.
dogs.
And then there's now the conservatives are showing this clip. Dave, you sent it, I believe.
Wait. Let's reframe that.
Show us a clip. Dave, you brought us a
you
clip
sent
package.
a clip that is going wild amongst conservative circles. I don't know how you got the clip.
The Daily Mail?
Where's this clip? Did I see this one?
But it was a woman who is getting arrested because she was eating a cat. She was having a mental episode. I shouldn't giggle. She was having a mental episode. She was eating a cat.
No.
U.S.-born citizen who couldn't get access to mental health care.
Right.
So they're just shooting themselves in the foot.
Was eating a cat.
Well, here's the thing. How many places
they
in this
doubled down
country
and just said she was an immigrant. And
how many places in this country, like say Appalachia, are they eating all kinds of animals that maybe they're not immigrants?
I don't know if that's a fair assumption either.
Listen, people eat all kinds of things.
They're
just
eating. They're eating.
They're eating the dogs. The people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating.
I think Hollywood created an interesting, terrifying look of Appalachia.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they're locked up.
No, here's the thing.
Although you don't go outside at night in Appalachia.
You're not going to pinpoint Springfield
and whistling and
as the only place where there might be a cat eaten by a single person in this country.
I saw you. This was a crazy communist lady, which is funny. There was this TikTok account of this commune that I found years ago. And I followed them out of a joke, because I found them so funny, and they were like influencers who lived on a farm in a commune, and they just didn't see how what a joke they were being. And then at one time they had a cat, not alive, it was already dead. I didn't see, they didn't film the killing of the cat, but they're like, the cat died and we don't want to waste it. And then they talked in the next video about eating the cat.
Oh my goodness.
Are they still alive?
They okay, so I stopped watching, but my curiosity got the better out of me months later, and I went to check in. I can't remember what they were called. Their leader was this young leprechaun-y kind of fella. And he like did jigs, and he had an accent. He literally had an Irish
Green
accent.
suit,
Like,
I'm not just saying every
Sit on a pot of
leprechaun
gold. I got it. Yeah.
Irish.
Oh no.
But he, apparently there was like a white supremacist infiltration, which usually happens in those situations. And a lot of laws were broken, and they all had to disband and go on the run.
I'm just saying people eat squirrels in some places.
But there's no way
In
those
America.
people would
Squirrels are
know how to
different.
cook a cat.
Squirrels are different than dogs and cats. They're not
That's what I'm
domesticated.
saying. I'm not accusing Appalachians. I'm saying, but if they do see a porcupine, they might have it for lunch. That's all I'm gonna say.
What?
They're eating the
porcupine?
dogs, the people that came in.
Eating
They're
the
eating the
porcupines.
cats. They're eating.
Eating the raccoons.
They're eating the hedgehogs. They're eating the alligators. They're eating.
It's like
the
a
geese.
kid's book.
This is a kid. It's a kid's book.
They're eating.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. See spot.
I saw it
run.
on television.
Unbelievable.
You saw it on television. I don't know what else to say about that debate other than it was pretty decisive. I think that even Fox News, they were showing clips of every single news host being like, okay, wasn't a great night for Trump. All right, so Trump
was pretty bad.
like it was pretty much, I think it was kind of a shutout in my opinion. But the thing that I think that the right keeps holding on to with Donald Trump is they're like, well, you've been there for 3 years. Why haven't you done anything? And now they're holding on to that line as if that,
God.
yeah. And
That
it's
drives
so
me nuts.
painful because I'm like, anything to confirm your bias. Am I right?
Like,
wormholes.
I was, someone said the whole, like, I'll fix things, said the person who's been in office for 3 years. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
look
You were there for 4.
up what the responsibility of the vice president is. The responsibility and powers of the vice president.
Yeah.
Look that up and then say, okay, how could she have possibly had anything to do with what you're blaming her for?
Yeah.
It's so sad.
He himself said, like, when asked about JD Vance, like, he was like, oh, well, they don't do anything anyway. It's like,
Yeah.
what?
Also, the thing that I hear from the right now is they're like, well, I just wish she said more of her plans. And I'm like, he literally said he has concepts
Yeah.
of a plan.
He doesn't have plans.
And you're like, okay, yeah, but I'm going to go with that guy. I'm
And
going to
so
go with
many
the
people
guy.
who worked for him are like, don't. Please
He's too
don't.
busy telling everybody about how bad everything is.
Yeah. Be
And she
afraid.
illustrated
Be
that.
very afraid. He's very Gina Davis in The Fly.
I do think it is very funny that Kamala just kept saying he's going to do this right now, and then he's going to do that, and he's going to do
Yeah,
this, and then
and then he
he'd
does
go
it.
cut to him, and he'd do exactly that.
It's insane.
it was so amazing. It was just
Yeah.
I like
masterful.
there's a petition out right now from right wingers to have fact checkers made illegal at the debates because it was unfair that they were only fact checking Trump.
I heard that too.
Did you
It's
hear him
just like,
say,
do you not understand why?
Did you hear him
They
say
don't.
they only fact checked me on things I was right about? And I was like, what it how is
Like
They're eating the dogs, the
like,
people that came in.
they
They're
instantly
eating the
fact checked
cats.
that.
They're eating.
and they were like, "There's no evidence of that."
Yeah.
He saw it on TV. Yeah, that's the thing that is really drives me completely insane is the false equivalence of like her saying stuff that's might need more context, where she's like sort of leaving things out, but if you knew the context, you'd understand what it meant, versus him literally shouting that
They're eating the dogs, the people that came in.
like versus, and then people are like, well, they fact checked him on that, but they didn't ask her about like 10 levels deep into her policy that she didn't mention. And I'm like, this is not equivalent. This is not an equivalent lie.
I recently discovered that I try to be nice to everyone. I try to be kind, but there are some people that I found out I don't have a filter with. And
Who's that? Oh, yeah.
Recently, I was at a house. I won't say where I was,
Well,
but
I'm
I was
excited for this
talking
story.
to this dude who's very.
It was the Green Goblin.
He's like a tech bro. I don't know much about the tech bro side of things, but we were talking, and then I noticed he got comfortable with me, and then he dropped the whole like, "Why do we have to start calling them unhoused?" And that's when I was like, the first red flag came up. I'm like, okay, that's a weird thing to bring up.
Yeah.
And then it started going deeper. And then we started talking about politics. And he was like, "You really think Kamala would be better?" I'm like, "Yeah, you're voting for Trump." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm voting for Trump." And he started he's almost a billionaire. And I'm like, name a policy, name one real policy.
Yeah.
Because what he was worried about is teachers turning their kids into different genders without their parents knowing, and I had to look up a law and tell them that actually wasn't a real thing.
I don't understand. Like, it's these scare tactics seem to be surgical.
But this is a
and
very
working.
successful guy, lives in the Palisades. Like, he believes all this stuff, and he's like, okay, one policy I can't stand: child tax credit. He doesn't have any children.
Right.
Like, he named something that has nothing to do with him, and I just blurted out, "Oh my God, you're the worst person I've ever met."
Because they want that money for themselves. It's the same thing about like the student loans. Like, well, I had to pay mine, so they like. Yeah. It's because they want that money. They think if that money's there, they should get it.
It was bad. Then he was like, I can't stand how like illegal immigrants want to be changed to undocumented workers, but I think they should just be called illegal. And I literally just walked out of the room with the top of my lungs going, "This guy's a fucking bigot, Trump supporter. I'm not going to be with this guy." Like, I was pointing at him to people. I couldn't hold back. Like, at this point, after that debate and all of the things,
so you broke into his
still
vault
a Trump supporter
of $1 billion.
You can't be a good person. You don't have morals.
His entire fortune after that. Is that what happened?
You don't have morals if you're a Trump supporter.
Well, that's the thing. There's no empathy there. See, if you're just like going, "I'm only concerned about myself and I'm self-involved," then sure, I want to keep all my money because I have $1 billion like nobody else has.
Imagine being close, not a full billionaire, but close to a billionaire with no children and complaining about the child tax credit.
Yeah. It's great. I mean, that's the thing. He's like, "Look, I want the tax breaks on me, and that's why I want to vote for Trump." All that other stuff, I feel like, is just him playing like some kind of weird Dungeons and Dragons game. This is what I'm trying to say is like, it's like he's playing, it's like he's keeping track of all it's fantasy football for him. It's like a game. It's like, I don't like the idea that teachers are going to change people's genders, and I'm going to latch onto that idea as a playing card. And it's just like they're collecting all the cards of bigotry.
Yeah. I can't forget to mention that this guy, was yelling about, once I left and like outed him as a Trump supporter, I heard him complaining about the oppression of the straight white male. These people are not serious people. They're not serious.
I'm joking.
Also, for some reason, when someone says like things like the straight white male, I picture a whale for some reason.
That is your. It's like, it's very Herman Melville.
Whale.
That's just like
a straight
Moby
whale.
Dickhead.
Yeah, you're Moby Dickhead. Yeah. I'm hunting the straight white male.
The Moby Dickhead.
That's your new screen name, dude. That's your new handle.
That's a pretty great handle, actually.
It's gonna go on your tombstone.
Not mini? Real size? Not mini?
Jeez. Oh, man.
I love it when gold
that one
happens. I just got that one. Glow Wormhole, you are killing it right now. Look at this.
Straight men are obsessed by rich, straight white men. Yeah. That's true. They do seem to gravitate toward the richer group, like the Elon Musks of the world. Yeah.
Yeah, oof. I can't get. No, don't like that guy.
That's a whole nother episode.
It's just it's so insane that we're like just in this age where you could just throw out any garbage just because you want to, like Trump just saying whatever the heck he wants and repeating it and never ever. I feel like if I'm a rational voter and I'm on the right and I'm looking at this guy and he's got 34 convictions, he's got this entire history of just like going bankrupt
assault,
and,
like legally
sexual assault and all of these things, and he every single time he's like, it's a witch hunt, it's a lie. It's like every one of them though, every one of them, every single one of those.
Yeah.
Is, I mean,
just the laws of statistics. Yeah.
Yeah.
What
I heard that Tim Apple came out with a new Apple phone.
Oh yeah, are we at Tech Corner?
We're in Tech Corner. It's Tech Corner.
Welcome to Dave's Tech Corner, where Dave gets technical in the groove.
He's gonna tell us about the new iPhone and what Tim Apple has to say about.
What's Tim Apple got to say?
You know, a lot of people are calling it underwhelming, which is great. You know, like
That's
I don't.
What Tim Apple said about
like,
it.
I don't. Yeah, he's like, you know, it's made it a little better. It's the best one we've made. Is what they say.
They say that every year.
Well, yeah. Why would you come out and be like, honestly, this wasn't our best.
Honestly, capitalism.
Yeah. We gave it a good try, and it's just there's some things we couldn't figure out. So
imagine they did this.
He built that wall.
He comes out. The iPhone.
But just imagine though, if they waited like 5 years, how much technology they could put into a new phone.
But see, that's the thing. They already have all that. They just can't because they have to. They can only give you a little bit at a time.
That's what I'm saying.
How
like,
are they going to make the money?
If you do it every 5 years, people will be so astounded by the amount of technology that you've been able to put in the thing, and little children won't have to be like digging in Congo all the time.
Oh, they're still going to do that.
I mean, that's true. This is what are we talking about?
Yeah. Like, so
they put a new
tell me about
the phone.
Apple Vision Plus Pro.
Yeah.
If kids over here want to simulate digging in diamond mines in Africa, you can now wear the Apple Vision Plus Pro and have your own.
They got to find the big enough diamonds for that one.
You find those diamonds, or you don't eat, and you don't. It's terrible what's going on in the world, people. All right.
We joke because
that was a great tech corner,
there's nothing else you can do.
There's nothing else we can do.
There's nothing we can do.
Raise your awareness.
We raise awareness. I guess you could boycott.
I don't buy no De Beers or no any of that stuff.
Listen, diamonds are glass.
To diamonds.
I don't buy no to diamonds.
There's a ghost in here. You hear that?
There is a ghost
it's
on a
spooky
Roomba.
season. I told you guys.
I don't think you can hear it, which is good. There's a really loud pitch. Yeah, I don't buy no De Diamonds, but I do buy I just buy beers, not De Beers.
De Blooms.
De Booms.
They were called Blooms. That's what everybody wanted. But
Blooms.
give me them Blooms.
Did they come out with a new Vision Plus Pro Apple Plus at Disney?
Probably with a backpack or something.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay. I'm waiting for like the second or third.
Yeah,
I just like that. Like people are like, look, the billionaires are doing great things. Elon Musk just put citizens up in space for a spacewalk, and it's like,
great idea.
Elon Musk is about to become the world's first trillionaire. Isn't getting taxed, and there are people living on the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
$1 trillion?
Yeah.
$1 trillion? You see how they're...
He is Wayland
I have to calm down.
from Prometheus. He's gonna raise $1 trillion.
whales.
Send that guy to
The
Mars.
great white whale.
He's the great white whale.
Yeah, it is. Man, Elon Musk. What else did they come out with? Did they come out with a new operating system feature that we should know about?
No, 18. I mean, I've been running iOS 18 for a bit now on the beta. New one comes out next week, next Wednesday. A new watch.
They got a new watch. Does it look like the Dick Tracy watch yet? Because that's the wristwatch everyone wants.
I don't think they didn't do that one this year. Maybe next year.
They're never going to do my Dick Tracy watch.
Dick Tracy watch. Was it? I'm on my way. That's what.
Yeah, it's just like a little radio. You don't need anything else.
Yeah.
Dick Tracy has to text it now.
God damn it! I'm on my way.
It's an actual keyboard on there. Yeah.
A little typewriter, a little piece of paper, and then you give it to a pigeon, and it flies away.
Never to be seen again. These are not trained pigeons, by the way.
I just find pigeons and I shove notes in their throat and I say,
nobody's getting my messages.
You guys didn't get my message? I was on my way.
I gave it to a pigeon.
And that's where the expression, "Oh, we got our pigeons crossed," came.
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah. The classic expression.
Yeah.
They're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. And this is what's happening in our country. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets.
You know that you don't have to keep listening to this same old song. There's a way to make this terrible tune vanish once and for all. Vote blue in November. And don't forget to support the Stoning Rolls on Patreon at patreon.com/thestoningrolls. Carry on then.
Hang on, I think I got a bad pigeon here.
Oh, I recognize that music.
I think I'm pigeoning you a fastball right now.
Pigeonholed.
I haven't heard this music in a while.
You've been pigeonholed. You haven't heard this music in a while because it is time, ladies and gentlemen, for America's fastest growing game show. Because it's the law. It's taking the nation by force. I just remembered all of that. And it's time for Lee to show us what is real and what is fiction.
Boogie down.
We don't know what's real. These could be laws. These could not be laws. These could just be coming out of Lee's head, or these could be actually on paper in some state constitution
come out of his
somewhere.
Head than some other options.
Yeah, honestly, with some of these, if I made them up, it'd be way better.
Well, I think it's time. Because it's the law. Lee.
What's up? Oh, yeah.
I want to know. I want to know this first question you have for us, because I'm waiting with bated breath.
I gotta say, this first question kind of stinks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Just so don't judge too hard. It's a stinky question.
It's about
now in San Francisco. Did you know who's calling me right now? Decline.
Bill collectors.
That's who's calling
collector. That's who's calling me.
In
Which
San
reminds
Francisco,
me,
it is
look
against
at your
the...
screen.
Huh?
Sorry, no. I'm just letting everyone know that they can go on.
See the back of your desk?
See the back of your desk? What are you...
What? Oh, is it? That's hilarious. My phone automatically just picked up. Uh-oh.
Now I have to say the stinky bit over again.
This does stink, man.
This first question fucking stinks. Okay, just know that it fucking stinks. In San Francisco. Did you know?
This is how we make a plan.
In San Francisco, it is illegal to pile horse manure blank on any street corner.
It kind of stuttered there for a second.
I don't think it did.
Something on a corner.
In San Francisco, it is against the law to pile horse manure blank on any street corner. A, after sunset. B, higher than 6 feet. C, twice.
This kind of charmingly reminds me of a joke that my high school chemistry teacher would say sometimes, or at least he taught us this joke. Mr. Friedman, shout out. Michael Friedman, Bayshore High School chemistry teacher. My mom also had him as a chemistry teacher. He would say, "Hey, how tall are you?" And then you'd say like 6 foot. He said, I didn't know they stacked shit that high. But he didn't say that to us.
That's like
he said
military.
Yeah.
He told us.
Maybe he had been to San Francisco and knew why the law.
It's a very interesting. So I'm getting fond memories of Mr. Friedman. So I would say that it's that
higher
one.
than 6 feet. B.
I don't like how happy Lee is that you picked that.
In San Francisco, it's against the law to pile horse manure blank on any street corner. A, after sunset. B, higher than 6 feet. C, twice.
See, my guess is also B, though. Because I have a feeling they did it, and it fell over, and somebody was stuck under a whole heap of...
What's the chat saying?
You sure about that?
Sandra said B.
You sure about that?
I picked your answer.
You sure about that? That's why?
You sure about
same
that?
answer.
You sure?
So you're all going with B, huh? You're going higher than 6 feet?
We're in it to win it.
All right. In San Francisco, it's against the law to pile horse manure higher than 6 feet on any street corner.
Oh, yeah.
In 1902, a 6-carriage pileup occurred when a 23-foot pile of manure was, I guess, knocked over. It fell into the street, killed 3 people.
Oh,
killed.
My.
See, there were consequences. That's why they created this law.
I want to know about the horses.
Yeah,
it was a 6-carriage pileup.
Oh, yeah. Some of those horses did not.
No, they don't mention that each carriage probably had 2 horses. If Red Dead Redemption taught me anything.
Yeah, the horses never.
Sandra,
get
you're
mentioned.
right. Sandra's
what did Sandra say?
Shit happens.
That's true.
Honestly,
that can't happen 6 feet high.
You'd think that was a scene out of Back to the Future. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
I was thinking of Thomas F. Wilson immediately. I was thought of Biff Tannen.
Biff Tannen.
And every version of that guy getting.
Did you know he's from Delaware?
Well, represent Delaware. Then shout out.
Speaking
Joe
of
Biden.
Delaware.
Okay, wait a
Thomas
minute.
F. Wilson.
I don't think that he is from Delaware. I think we're gonna get
speaking of
sued for
Delaware,
wasn't aware that he was from
speaking
Delaware.
of Biff's hometown, Delaware, it's against the law for a pawnbroker to accept blank as payment. It is against the law in Delaware for a pawnbroker to accept blank as payment.
Cadbury eggs are like my Pokemon.
A, an artificial limb. B, a dessert of any kind. C, deep tissue massages.
Well, yeah, I can understand.
This feels like there's a backstory to this one too.
Now I'm thinking about it. Now, tell me those answers again. Tell me the potential answers again. What was it?
In Delaware, it's against the law for a pawnbroker to accept blank as payment. A, an artificial limb. B, a dessert of any kind. C, deep tissue massages.
Well, I mean, if I was a pawnbroker, I would want a banana cream pie as payment. So I definitely would make sure that was legal.
You would go out of business pretty quick.
But what if it's like like you don't have a license for that food, and that food can make them sick,
especially cream.
Maybe because it's a dessert of any kind. What if it's like sort of like a snack? You could call it something other meal than dessert.
You're leaning towards a dessert of any kind.
Just call it a hot dog.
What if you eat French toast? Is that a breakfast item or a dessert? Because it's covered in.
Don't even get me started.
Cream.
Don't even get me started.
We're getting toward the end.
I think the limb. I could see the limb because that. I don't know. It seems like there'd be some sort of. It's almost like a medical.
Yeah, it seems like it would go against like some kind of laws, right?
Yeah, but the deep tissue massage sounds like it could be.
Yeah.
Something illegal too.
It seems like it's like perhaps part of a sex work type of thing.
Yeah,
doing
but it's like trading a service, right?
Yeah, and I know that that's illegal.
But can you put What can you put a price on an artificial limb, or
is it priceless?
Can you put a price on a massage?
I would like.
What's going on in the world of the chat?
We got an A and a C in the chat.
AOC. Pardon me. Excuse me.
Nobody's taking the dessert bait.
Nobody's taking the dessert bait. They think it's bait.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to go with dessert of any kind.
Here we go. See? What Ari's going to do is he's going to pick, we watch and see, he's going to pick the most outlandish answers.
But I can explain it. Okay? So
what's the concepts of an explanation?
I have concepts of an explanation. They're eating the pies. They're eating the cakes.
They're eating the cakes.
No dessert of any kind.
They're eating the pie.
They're eating. I would say, because you know what? You don't know how fresh it is. You can get food poisoning and you get very ill. So you cannot accept dessert of any kind.
I'm gonna go with my gut was the artificial limb. I don't know.
You're going with artificial limb?
Yeah.
All right. In Delaware, it is against the law for a pawnbroker to accept an artificial limb as payment.
It wasn't desserts?
It wasn't desserts of any kind. It's artificial limb. Apparently, in the early 70s, there was a string of robberies of artificial limbs, and I guess whoever was doing it was trying to sell them to pawnbrokers around Delaware, and it became so bad that they had to make a law.
Wow.
Yeah, that's just so unconscionable. That's like the worst thing.
Imagine having your leg stolen, and then you pass a pawn shop and your leg's in there. You can't prove that it's your leg.
I feel like that's how your friend made $1 billion. Actually,
that's not my friend. What are you going to call my friend? He's not my friend.
Well,
I called that man out in public. I don't hang out with fascists, okay?
He's got a... I'm coming in. I feel like Larry the Limb Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how he made his fortune.
Uncle Larry the Limb Guy.
That's how he made his almost $1 billion. Wow.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I don't know.
That guy I was talking about, though, was originally from a place called Bristol, Texas.
Where this is illegal.
Did you know in Bristol, Texas?
Wait, hold on. This all ties together so seamlessly.
It's like a Christopher Nolan movie, and none of it makes sense until the exposition scene at the end.
Someone has to explain it to me when it's over.
It's more like a Madam Web.
What a tangled Madam Web you weave.
That could have been a line in the movie. Was that a line in the movie?
That was the opening line.
Yeah.
When she's looking at a spider.
It says Charlotte's Web.
She looks right into the camera.
In Bristol, Texas, you'll get a year in jail if you blank. In Bristol, Texas, you will get a year in jail if you blank. A, show your stockings. Mm-hmm. B, curse in front of a woman over the age of 55. C, skip past a church on Sundays. And special option for the first time ever in this show's history. D, all of the above.
This feels like more bait.
This is tough. This is tough. Okay, I just got a little panic attack.
The first time in the show's history, though.
Listen, here's why.
Which is why you would waste
show your stockings. B, curse in front of a woman over the age of 55. C, skip past a church on Sundays. D, all of the above.
How big is Bristol, Texas?
Small. Yeah. But in Texas, that means big.
That's true. Everything's big in Texas.
It's like a vente.
Yeah, it's like the venti latte. Venti is
the molto venti. I would say, look, I already know that it's illegal to skip past a church on a Sunday. Everybody knows that.
Yeah. I'm not falling for that one.
That one is obvious.
Yeah.
However, that one's pretty obvious.
It's cursing.
Swearing, yeah. I could see that because,
I can see that
they're
too.
so polite down there in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think,
So you're going with skip past the church on Sunday?
I feel like
okay.
Should we all go? Should we all? No, I'm not gonna say it.
I think it's all the above. I'm gonna go with all the above. Final answer, because I feel like
all
you
gonna
can't.
take D.
Yeah.
Was the chat doing D too?
Yes.
Everybody's take.
Why?
Yeah.
Because we want to win this game that you constructed, Lee.
Yeah.
But why is everyone taking
you.
D?
I would say that it's all the above because look, it
there's no E,
seems
Lee.
it seems plausible that you cannot curse in
None of the above?
presence of a mature lady. So yeah, I would say that that's what it is.
But
I'd
it's the
say
first
D.
one. The first one is what was holding me back at first.
Show your stockings.
Yeah, because I feel like that. What?
You know
that
what
happens.
I think these are? I think these are all sexist laws, and it's Texas. Sexist.
Yeah,
It
Texas.
rhymes.
And you know
So
why?
therefore-
So I feel like who's more likely to skip past a church on a Sunday besides me? Maybe a little girl. So that could be. I'm just saying. Like maybe. Show your stockings. I feel like that's sexist. I feel like they're trying to suppress women that way. And,
B is courteous.
Courteous. Yeah. All right.
It's more about manners.
Back to the drawing board.
Curse in front of a woman over the age of 55.
Well, I think they're both
Why not a
pejorative.
man over 55? That's kind of sexist.
Yeah. Men deserve
just throw
cursing.
that one? Yeah.
Men don't deserve the cursing.
I would say
I'm tired of the oppression of this.
these are.
They're
Do you know
eating
how
the
old I am?
dogs. The people that came in, they're eating the cats. They're eating.
What
they're
question are we
eating
on?
the
Oh, yeah.
pets of the people that live.
I would say they're condescending to women.
Yeah.
And
You're right.
That'd be my reasoning
That's
to
E.
what, yeah.
Yeah, it's all of them.
You think it's D, all of the above?
They're all
It's all the
terrible.
above.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. In Bristol, Texas, you'll get a year in jail if you A, show your stocking.
What? I'm the sexist one. Damn it.
I guess
see? We
this
all
happened.
hated.
I honestly didn't really look too deep into this one. I skimmed it. It was late at night, but there was an accident in Bristol, Texas, and the guy who caused it blamed a woman who was scratching. He was blamed being distracted. A law was enacted. So
He was
Aristotle,
distracted.
in
A law was
essence,
enacted.
You were right.
So I can skip past the church on
You
Sunday.
can skip past the church. You can flip off the church. Well, maybe don't do that. But Aristotle, you were right. It was condescending towards women.
That is terrible. You know,
The creation of the law.
you should be able to express yourself however you
Before
like.
you wreck yourself.
Yeah. I put the intro screen up instead of the promo. Hey, everybody, you can go to Patreon and support us.
That happens once an episode.
At least once.
episode.
It's an
okay.
Easter egg.
Well, if you are questioning wearing stockings and breaking the law, don't even think about wearing a blank when you're committing a crime in New Jersey because it's illegal and it'll land you in the slammer. That and the crime that you are committing will do that too.
What?
Don't even think about wearing a blank when committing a crime in New Jersey because it's illegal and will land you in the slammer. That and the crime you are committing too.
Stocking on your
A,
head.
a mask.
Okay, yeah.
B, suspenders. C, a bulletproof vest.
I'm still confused by the question, I think.
Well-
it has a little addition.
Yeah. Don't even think about wearing a blank when committing a crime in New Jersey because it's illegal and will land you in the slammer.
Is it illegal
That
to have...
and the other crime you're committing.
Right.
That and the
So,
other
Dave,
crime.
I should rephrase it. If you're thinking about committing a crime, don't wear blank because you get added jail time.
Gotcha. Wouldn't have gotten there myself.
I would say
What
mask.
are those answers again?
I'm going to say...
A, a mask. B,
Friday the 13th.
suspenders. C, bulletproof vest.
Look, I think that
Bulletproof vest sounds too obvious.
When they arrested Jason Voorhees, they said you slashed a bunch of teens with that machete, but also you were wearing a mask, and we're gonna have to find you.
Don't like it. Yeah, and we don't. And masks are scary. So.
You know how much we hate masks.
Yeah.
So
you couldn't have just worn suspenders. Could have got off scot-free.
I know you don't need a bulletproof vest.
Yeah.
What's it gonna be, fellas? Boys.
It's gonna be how's it gonna be? It's gonna be B. When you pick B.
Suspenders? You're going suspenders?
I meant mask.
I forgot what the answers were.
I don't know what I'm saying. I would say mask. Don't wear a mask.
You're going mask? Not suspenders?
I definitely think that it's absurd because when you're robbing a bank, like, you're going to want to wear a mask, but then they're going to say, look, we noticed that you were wearing a mask.
It's not just about robbing a bank, it's about committing a crime.
But if you weren't wearing suspenders, your pants could fall down while you're trying to get away from said crime.
When you're trying to stuff your pockets.
By wearing suspenders, you could fit more in your pockets too, and they don't want you doing that.
That is sound logic, I think, too. I don't know.
So that's two pros for suspenders.
Yeah, that is.
I'm gonna go mask.
Mask. Yeah, let's go mask. I'm going mask.
You're both going A, mask.
I would say
don't even think about wearing suspenders when committing a crime.
God.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Don't even think about wearing a bulletproof vest.
Damn it! You better be kidding.
No, bulletproof vest shows intent. To harm,
shot?
basically.
To get shot.
Well, like you're intending to get into a shootout, basically.
Oh, right.
That's what happens. So, like wearing a mask, you're not necessarily intending that. Where wearing a bulletproof vest, you're intending there's going to be altercation.
Crossfire. Yeah,
like you're planning for it. It's extra legal. Right. It adds like 10 years or something like that to your sentence.
That was they just re-released the movie Heat, Michael Mann's Heat, in the theaters. And there's very, very, very famous sequence in that movie where they're having a shootout in the streets with the bulletproof vest and all that stuff. It's actually it's
classic.
It's so classic, and it was like the first time I've seen anything like that in the movies. But it was like sort of based on a real thing that happened like a year before that. Compelling story, great movie, some memorable lines. I love it.
Val Kilmer, Al Pacino.
We're rating old movies now.
Anyway, the bonus question is worth the ultimate prize.
Oh, I thought you could say the ultimate price, because I'm not willing to risk my life for this.
I'm not confident enough.
So the prize is if you get this question right, you will not have to be the man that delouses Donald Trump when he is sentenced to prison.
Okay. I kind of want to be that guy, though.
You want to get your fingernails up in those cracks and those crevices in that neck vagina?
No, but I do want to witness the humiliation.
Feel the sweat, the moisture in there.
I would like to know that that's happening, but I don't
imagine power washing him.
Oh, you have to power wash. You got to get in deep.
Like you get taken to the car wash.
You don't want to get anyone sick in the prison, right? So you got to get deep. Anyway, that's what you get if you lose this, Dave.
You get that punishment.
It's like a setup.
All right.
In St. Louis. What?
No, listen. Okay. If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. Don't bring your Dan Blank to your barber if you live in Alaska, where you're about to go.
Harry, you're going to have to know this.
Harry, this is important information for you. Because it is most definitely illegal to bring your blank to a barber if you live in Alaska. A, taxidermied pet.
No, they've got them all over up there.
I'm going to have to know this.
Pink flamingo.
I was planning on bringing it.
Inebriated bear cub.
Ooh. Inebriated bear cub.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. He knows what he did. He knows he's baiting us.
I would say this, that, look, there's some like funny backyard photos of mooses or meese. I don't know the plural for moose.
I believe
think
it's mice.
Mice. Giant mice that they actually, like, there's this famous one of a moose going in someone's pool and like swimming across it and jumping out of their yard.
Yeah, those things are gigantic.
Because it was drunk. It was drunk because it eats the fermented fruits from the trees and gets drunk and sometimes wanders off into someone's pool like everybody does.
How about that, Dave?
Well,
So
what
I'm
does
gonna
that have
say-
to do with the bear cub and a barber?
I'm going to say that a
What,
bear
you telling
cub
a joke?
Moose in a pool
He's setting
equals
up a joke?
bear cub and a barber?
and RFK Jr.
Yeah, it sounds like his concepts of a plan.
It's concepts of a plan here because you
We
got
got a moose
RFK
in a
with
pool.
We got a moose in a pool.
he's got a bear cub in
and
the
a
back.
drunk bear cub and a barber.
He's got a brain worm. He's got everything. I say it
We're
all
going
adds
with
up
this,
to a
right?
drunken baby cub bear.
You think he watches this?
RFK definitely does not watch this.
No.
His brother does.
His brother,
Anyway,
RFK Jr.
that would be his son.
Oh,
Nobody
Oh, wow.
wants to answer this question, by the way.
No, they've
Yeah.
all left probably.
Oh, here we go. We get it. What was A?
A is a taxidermied pet.
See, the barber I used to go to as a kid had taxidermied animals
Ooh.
all over the place.
But were you allowed to bring your own and have his haircut?
You didn't say anything about getting his hair cut.
It said, yeah, if you said it once, said 1,000 times, hold on, let me get through it. Don't bring your damn blank to your barber if you live in Alaska.
To your
Oh.
barb?
That insinuates the haircut.
I don't know.
well, back in the day, barbers used to bleed people. That's where they get that little spiral like thing. Yeah, back in the day, so they used to do all kinds of procedures that were
Anything
minor
but to
surgical
answer the
procedures.
question.
Yeah,
just like the
and like
debate.
that's why they have that red and white
What did I
stripe.
tell you? What you're going to hear a lot of today.
You hear a lot of fictitious
From him.
stories.
You're going to hear a
I'm
lot.
not
You hear
making
a
it
lot
up.
of barber facts.
They used to like hang the bloody
it on
rags
TV.
outside, and then those were that's
The
how you do
people
the
on
good.
television. The people on television said it.
Bloody rags.
Yeah, I saw it. They're
They're eating the dogs. The people that came in. They're eating
They're
the
eating the
cats.
bear cubs.
They're eating
flamingos.
They're eating the pets.
they're eating.
The taxidermied pets.
Yeah.
Or the pink flamingos. Or the inebriated bear.
See, you wouldn't
cubs.
bring a pink flamingo in and get a haircut, Lee. It's not. That can't be the intent. Like, if you needed to get a haircut and you were too busy and you just didn't have enough time to run home and take your drunk bear cub, he had to come with you. He couldn't find a sitter.
Where are you going to put it?
He's
The
gonna
drunk
have to go to
bear
the barber
cub.
with you. I mean,
But that's,
you're gonna have to understand
that might be illegal.
if you're gonna bring a sober bear cub in there,
Right.
You want to get
damage.
it nice and drunk
You gotta
first.
sedate it.
Yeah, that bear needs to be having a good
That's
time.
what you tell the barber
It's-
when you bring your inebriated bear cub.
Yeah,
Like,
to
you
get
don't
its
want this thing
bloodletted or
sober in
whatever. Like,
Yeah, just be like,
Now
don't
cut
worry,
this thing open.
yeah.
don't worry, he's drunk. Don't this bear cub is drunk. It's fine.
It's fine. Cut him.
He's not gonna do shit.
Yeah, I got him wasted right
He's not
before
going
we
to do
got
anything.
Yeah. I'm gonna
bear
go.
cub.
He threw up twice.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Anyway.
go. I'm gonna go.
Pabst Blue Ribbon. Sorry, I just had to invoke.
It's
Dennis
A or
Hopper.
C. It's A or C. A or
Taxidermy
C.
pets or inebriated bear cub.
It's not flamingo. I don't know what you're trying to do there with that. That color is no place in Alaska. It's just
Yeah,
way
I'll take
too
a pink
dark
flamingo.
and
That's my answer.
from
You're
never
going
being
with
there.
flamingo.
It's got to be a flamingo. Don't bring that in here. It doesn't even have
No
I can't
reason
do
other than
anything.
I just don't like it.
I just don't want one of those in my barber shop.
Clashes.
I'm gonna say drunk bear cub.
Yeah, you're gonna go drunk.
What do
bear
I
cub.
have to lose except
Well, you have to
until
see-
I've seen?
Yeah, you have to see Donald Trump naked and get your finger in all his cracks, and then you have to power wash him.
That's what you.
There's
Yeah,
gotta be
that's-
AI for this
Nope,
by now.
there is, but we want you to do it if you lose. The answer, my friends, is
blowing.
Don't bring your damn pink flamingo.
Yeah, there it is. I got one. I got one.
You can't just change the answer based on my answer.
That's the answer, man.
You know I'm not going to look this up. I'm not.
You should definitely look it up because I honestly made up the reasons for all of those laws. I forgot to look up why they're the laws. I just made it.
Yeah,
I know that they're the laws.
I made it. Yeah,
but I made up why they're the laws.
Did you check to make sure the fake ones you made weren't actual laws as well?
No.
And that is the rules of Because It's the Law. Thank you guys for playing for Because It's the Law. It's a fun time every time. Oh boy.
I got one right at least.
Hey, one's better than none.
I got a dog right here too.
Get your power washer ready, boy.
I have an electric one. It's not very strong.
You're gonna
be gas powered for
this. You're gonna
one.
need a motor.
Yeah.
I just can't imagine like the orange puddle that you'll end up with after that, just like bright orange.
And then you just see this like slightly see-through pink, crackly.
I'm picturing like Oogie Boogie.
Oh, really? I'm picturing more of kind of like Angelica Houston in Witches.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
I know that's a classic, right?
You have not seen Witches?
I've seen the poster.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you right now, Aristotle.
There's more to it than that.
You're looking over there.
Aristotle. Which way do I have to look? I have to look right now.
That way.
What are we gonna do with this guy?
Wait, so I look this way?
What are we gonna do with this guy?
Yeah, we're both shaking
I'm
our
right
heads
here.
in your general direction. That is a very disturbing image, the one you invoked just now. I'm picturing it. And yeah,
we're gonna have to
that's
watch
what
it.
he would look like, I imagine.
Witches watch along?
Oh yeah, we gotta do a Witches watch along for Halloween.
Yeah, I'd do that. It's been a while. You ever see Witches of Eastwick?
Yeah, we're doing a double feature.
That's a good one too.
Yeah,
I liked that one.
The Witch.
The
Triple
Witch.
feature. We're starting with The Witch. We're going in chronological order of story, not when the movie's made.
Yeah, we'll listen to the Rock Warlock,
Starting with
Ozzy
Sabrina
Osbourne.
the Teenage Witch.
No, you got to start with The Witch. That's
The
the
Witch.
oldest one.
Oh, yeah.
The Witching Hour, The Witches.
The
Witches
of
Witch.
Eastwick, and
Yeah.
then Witches Which. That was a good one.
It's a classic one. Disney
There should
made
be a
that
comedy, a Halloween comedy. Which Witch?
Which
one. Yeah,
Witch?
Which?
Can we do that?
Which?
We could do that. Let's
Among Us.
Which is which?
That's a video game.
Whom?
I'm trying to think of the first food that comes to mind.
Was that it?
Oh, before we go,
Yeah.
I just need to say one thing.
You get
They're eating the
Aristotle.
dogs. The people that came in, they're eating the cats. They're eating the pets.
yes. Is that what you had to say?
Do you recognize this?
I do. Is that hostage you're holding?
Hold it for ransom.
You're holding
It's
me
a
hostage.
wonderful hydro flask.
My hydro
have.
flask.
I think you're supposed to
it's-
tap your nails on it. I think that's what the kids do. Yeah.
Yes.
You've got my hydro flask hostage. That
If
thing
you
has seen a
want
lot.
this back,
It's been to every yoga class with me. It's been
Yeah.
on every hike.
you'll have to tell me where that edible in the pocket of your yellow shirt was, because I
You have a
I
was
couldn't
there anymore.
find it.
you have a
Oh,
particular
no.
set of skills, don't you, Harry?
I do have a particular set of skills.
Oh, I don't have this. I loaned it to a pawn shop with my limbs.
That's illegal.
I'd like to trade that
Damn
for
it!
a banana cream pie.
How did you know?
Yeah.
I
Love
guess
banana
if it
cream
Yeah,
wasn't
you
there,
can trade him for a pie.
then
Training for a pie, baby. You just walk
Wondering
into a
where-
pawn shop.
what happened to
I'd like
that
a
edible.
strawberry pie.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Do you
Are
take hydro
implying that it
flasks?
works the other way around too?
I'm trading this for a pie.
I saw it on a podcast. They're trading their pies.
They're
trading
eating
their
the dogs. The people.
they are.
This is gonna have to be a hot dog restaurant. that does a TikTok video where it's just people eating hot dogs.
Yeah.
They're eating the dogs.
They're eating the cats, the chicken cacciatore.
Oh,
They're eating.
poor Tori.
They're eating
Caught by chickens.
chickens.
Chicken catch
Who
a
go-
Tory.
Yeah. Caught a Tory.
Yeah, that was a good one, right? It's a thinker.
I think
That's
so.
what they call that.
I think they call that one.
I heard some
Stinker.
really good jokes the other day, and it's the same thing. They're gone.
Yeah.
I can't remember them.
It's memes. It's the meme
By
culture.
the chicken cross the road.
Get to the other side.
No, I was asking you.
Oh. I've never seen a chicken
to get
use a
to the other
crosswalk.
side.
Oh, that's the answer, is to get to the other side?
Yeah. I'd say though that
Is this some of that improv that we're
yeah. So some of that improv that we're
yeah that I've been hearing
that
about?
we're known for.
Complete dead end.
Yeah, answering the question so succinctly is not quite yes-anding.
We're anti-improv. They were the AI.
That's like, can you imagine being in an improv class and someone being like, wow, you see that thing in the sky? And you just go like, no.
I can't see it. What are you talking
don't
about?
see
That's just
anything.
the ceiling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean that thing? You just keep answering in question?
Oh, that thing?
Just
Are you talking about that thing?
Are you talking to me?
Every time somebody says anything, you first start off with, "Are you talking to me?" That gives you time to think.
Excuse me.
That's rule number one.
Are you talking to me? And then if they're getting tired of that one, you go, do you know who you're talking to?
Just play like you have amnesia every improv scene.
You either play like you have amnesia
to the
or
audience.
they
Who
have
are you
amnesia.
people?
What am I?
just gaslight the audience.
Yeah.
This is not what's happening.
Yeah.
And then you hypnotize them into getting you Taco Bell on DoorDash.
Right.
That's really smart.
That's not your Taco Bell.
That's some concepts of a plan right there.
That's my
Please.
concept of a plan. We did it, Joe.
Yep.
Fuck it. It's amazing how I can say that and hit from the bubbler and have
That's
my
your
hands behind my head.
and
Ventriloquist.
ventriloquist. Yeah.
Which sounds more like a prescription for something.
It sounds like a jam band.
Ventriloquist?
Psychedelic jam band. We're
It does.
ventriloquist.
It sounds more like a hipster band too. Yeah, hipster
There's no
jam
lyrics. It's just jam, and every once in a while you cough. Yeah, while you're playing. Or like there's a big break, and it's just
I love it.
Band.
I love this show. I love you guys. I always have a good time when we're doing this show.
Did we do 2 back-to-back weeks?
We
I
did
think
it.
we did.
No one's
think we
ever
did.
done a podcast like ours. People tell me all the time, I've never seen a podcast like yours before.
Yeah.
It's a
I don't know why
podcast
I've been
like
pressing
you've
turns
never
to
seen.
that.
Look at our
Or
numbers.
you've never
We have
heard.
thousands watching today.
People are
Yeah.
saying 80 to 11.
Yep. 80 to 11.
11,000.
They're saying 80,
Split.
11. Some are even saying 90.
Some people said 72. Some are saying
Yeah.
78.
Was he trying to run a football play?
Man, camera, woman, person,
Podcast.
podcast.
45.
Stony Rolls, Patreon.
Check it out. We'll be there. Going there right now.
I will.
Hands off
Los
the cat.
Angeles.
Bye. I love home.
So much love. Disco.
Speaking of eating, we didn't tell anybody what we're going to eat.
What are we gonna eat? I was trying to think of food.